Hey, good morning. Time now for Wayne County Now and the Wednesday Morning News Podcast. I'm Dustin Fuller reporting. A reminder, you can find these and other stories online by visiting us at our website, mywaynecountynow.com. Let's dive in to what is making news for this Wednesday. Wayne County Sheriff's officials issued a citation to a Fairfield woman following a traffic stop in the area of Northwest 7th and Summer Streets on Monday. 37-year-old Amanda M. Scott was cited for operating a vehicle with a suspended license. She's scheduled to appear in court May 16th. With Friday being the first Friday of the month, City of Fairfield officials have announced that their large item pickup day for the month of May will be on Friday, May 3rd. The pickup will take place in the early hours of the morning Friday. With that in mind, officials recommend having items placed outside curbside Thursday evening for early Friday morning pickup. We have a list of what items are allowed for the large item pickup available with this story at mywaynecountynow.com. The 2024 Wayne City Market in the Park schedule has been announced. The Market in the Park days are set for the second and fourth Fridays in June and July. On June 14th, Handsome Howie will be the guest with Jan and Dean's Corn Dog Stand and Billy Bob's Barbecue serving food. On June 28th, Rock and Roll Banker and Jake Boger will be the entertainment. Food will be for sale from Tailor Made Food Company and Saber Latino. On July 12th, Hayden Brown will provide entertainment. The Green Pig will be serving food that evening. And on July 26th, the musical talent has yet to be announced, but food will be served by Monsters in Law. Townwide yard sales are scheduled for this upcoming weekend in both Wayne City and Sisney. Maps will be available soon for both. Once we have those maps, we will post them to our website at mywaynecountynow.com. Fairfield held their citywide yard sales last weekend. City of Fairfield has announced the start of second Saturday events beginning in May. On Saturday, May 11th, there will be a free family fun event available, including shot cart, music, game time, and inflatables. The event will take place at the parking lot east of the post office from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. on May 11th. The event is sponsored by FNB Community Bank and supported by the City of Fairfield Recreation Committee. We'll take a look at your weather forecast coming up after this timeout. This is Wayne County Now. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you need concrete or masonry work, New Gen Concrete is your go-to in Wayne County and the surrounding area. They can help you finish that concrete project with anything from flat work, stairs and stem walls to decorative stamping and masonry resurfacing. New Gen Concrete, set in stone on Williamson Drive in Fairfield. Call 618-516-5002 or email them at newgenconcretellc@yahoo.com to get on the schedule today.
And welcome back. Time now for a look at the weather forecast. Well, let's just say yesterday was a beautiful day. Very picturesque out there. Not too many clouds in sight, a lot of sunshine. Today it looks to be good until later when there's a slight chance of an isolated shower or storm. Otherwise, it'll be hot, a south breeze with increasing clouds in the forecast. Warm early summer weather is expected through the weekend with high temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to mid 80s. There will also be daily chances of showers and thunderstorms, however. Some showers and storms will move into the area starting in southeast Missouri late Thursday afternoon and spread over the entire region Thursday night into Friday. Over the weekend, isolated to scattered afternoon showers and storms will be possible each day. Isolated heavy rainfalls and lightning will be primary thunderstorm impacts throughout that period. Taking a look at flood stages right now. The Little Wabash Gauge at Clay City is the only one that is above flood stage. It's currently at 19.1 feet and steady. At Golden Gate, the Little Wabash at 15.25 feet. That was a rise of 7.5 feet from yesterday in the afternoon. Carmi at the Little Wabash River, it's starting to rise too. It's at 10.36 feet. On the scale of Fork at Wayne City, gauge reading this morning was 9 feet and beginning to fall. Time now to take a look at your weather forecast. Looking at the weather forecast today, we're calling for a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, mostly sunny, a high of 83. Tonight, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 11. Otherwise, partly cloudy, the low around 62. Mostly sunny for your Thursday, extremely warm, high of 87. So your air conditioning will start getting a workout tomorrow for certain. You'll definitely know if you need to go see that AC repairman. For Thursday evening, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm late. Mostly cloudy, the low 64. Showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm on Friday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. Not as warm, high of 77. At Saturday, showers, thunderstorms possible. Otherwise, mostly sunny and a high of 80. Looking at Sunday, slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, mostly sunny, high of 79. Monday, showers, thunderstorms possible. Partly sunny, high of 79. 84 Tuesday, showers, thunderstorms possible. Otherwise, mostly sunny. As that is a look at your weather forecast, we will check area obituaries after this on My Wayne County Now News Podcast.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief. The experienced funeral directors at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield can help guide you through all aspects of the funeral process to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Call them at 618-842-6006. The Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, serving the Wayne County area with compassion, dignity, and respect.
And we check a look at our obituaries presented by the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home of Fairfield. And in obituaries today, 82-year-old Georgia Ann Phillips passed away April 18th at the Springs Nursing Home in St. Andrews Village in Aurora, Colorado. She was born July 14th of 1941 to Frank and Virginia Lindsay Gill. She was a devoted follower of Jesus, making it her life's mission to tell others about Jesus. Along with her first husband, George, they spent 20 years in ministry together, serving in churches across the southern U.S. After George's passing, Ann spent the next 38 years being a faithful member of the Flora First Church of God. There you could find her serving as a pianist, teacher, council member, prayer warrior, and assisting Meals on Wheels. Ann was an only child and was preceded in death by her parents, Frank and Virginia, first husband George, and second husband Bernie. She was survived by her children Gary and wife Paula, Ginger and husband Al, and Greg and wife Anita, 7 grandchildren, 5 in-law grandchildren, and 8 great-grandchildren. Visitation will be tomorrow from 1 until 2 at the Hostleton Meredith Funeral Home in Sisney, with the funeral at 2 tomorrow at Hostleton Meredith Funeral Home in Sisney. Burial will follow in Johnsonville Cemetery, with a luncheon at the Church of God in Flora immediately following burial. Memorial donations may be given to the Flora First Church of God in lieu of flowers and will be accepted at the Hostleton Meredith Funeral Home at Sisney. 81-year-old Marilyn Sue Nail of Albion passed away April 28th at Wabash General Hospital in Mount Carmel. She was the owner of Nail's Funeral Home. She was born July 2nd of 1942 in Ellery to Bill and Bernice Abbey and married Kent Nail on July 20th of 1964. Sue attended X-ray school at St. Mary's Hospital in Evansville. She was employed as an X-ray technician at Weber Medical Clinic in Olney for a number of years until she accepted a position at Sabre Oil and Construction Company. Sue enjoyed working alongside with Nadine Wolf for 9 years, then transitioned to entrepreneurship in 1984 when she purchased her father's concrete plant. Sue operated MS&B Ready Mix with her son Brad for nearly 20 years. Sue's creativity knew no bounds, and she took delight in all types of crafts. Many family members and friends treasure the hand-quilted projects that she gifted them. She took great pleasure in constructing countless clever Halloween costumes and also contributing fun parade entries to county parades. She leaves behind her husband of 59 years, Kent, and her son, Brad, as well as his wife, Tammy of Albion. Her beloved granddaughters, Tara and husband Jordan Fuchs, and Tori and husband Derek Deese of Louisville, Kentucky. 3 great-granddaughters, Cammie, Blair, and Ryan Fuchs, and 1 great-grandson, Deese, on the way. She's also survived by several special nieces and nephews. She was preceded to death by her parents and her siblings, Bonnie Bevins, Kenny Abbey, and Kathy Cheney. A visitation will take place from 5 until 7 this evening at Nails Funeral Home in Albion. Funeral services will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow at Nails Funeral Home in Albion with burial in Graceland Cemetery. Memorials may be made to Edwards County Senior Center and will be accepted at Nails Funeral Home in Albion, where they're assisting the family with arrangements. 86-year-old Virginia Johnson of Fairfield passed away at 8:03 a.m. on Friday at Fairfield Memorial Hospital. She was born May 8th of 1937 in Boylston to Lewis and Ruth McCullough Laird, and worked at Joliet Army Ammunition Plant for many years, and retired after 25 years with Rockwell International in Centralia. Virginia was an active member of the Royal Neighbors and will be missed by many. Virginia survived by daughters Donna and husband Dale Millenbein of Mill Shoals, and Musetta Elaine and husband Eddie McKinney of Fairfield. Daughter-in-law Ina Johnson of Cloverdale, Indiana. 10 grandchildren, 24 great-grandchildren, 12 great-great-grandchildren, 5 sisters, including Shirley Lowry of Fairfield, Donna Faye Mays of Patoka, Indiana, Linda Lang of Fairfield, Nina Bailey of Fairfield, and Pamela Mays of Fairfield. 4 brothers, Raymond and wife Phyllis Laird of Fairfield, as well as Don and wife Lisa Laird of Paoli, Dale and wife Diana Laird of Minooka, Illinois, and Kenneth and wife Vicky Laird of Centralia. Plus numerous nieces, nephews, and church family also survive. She was preceded to death by her parents, husband Guy L. Johnson and son Jimmy Guy Johnson, and sisters Dolores Pittman and Patsy Vaughn. Funeral services for Virginia Johnson will be at 12 noon Saturday at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home. Burial will be in Maple Hill Cemetery. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. until service time at the funeral home. Memorials may be made to Mount Zion Campground and will be accepted at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home. We'll take a look at community calendar information next. Also, history and a mystery coming up, and a check of sports. This is Wayne County Now.
Dive into summer with the latest styles at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. From top to bottom, Carnaby Square has everything you need to embrace the season in style with brands like Charlie B, Multiples, Jess and Jane, Lucky Bird, and Tribal in sizes from small to extra, extra large. Plus, Carnaby Square carries the largest selection of Brighton purses, jewelry, and accessories around. Carnaby Square, the fashion leader in Southern Illinois, located at 115 East Main Street in Fairfield, making you look great since 1980.
Taking a look at the community calendar, today, May 1st, the Fairfield Senior Center, the Wayne County Senior Center, is holding a birthday cake day for those that celebrate birthdays in May at the Senior Center. That is presented by F&B Community Bank. Also, pool tournament underway today, beginning at 8:30 this morning at the Wayne County Senior Center. If you have a community calendar note, send it to us. Send it to the email news@mywaynecountynow.com, or you can go to the community calendar submission tab at our website, mywaynecountynow.com. Time now for History in the Mystery.
Is local history a bit of a mystery? I'm Dave Land. Today I'll tell you a story about Leo French Park. The Fairfield City Park and the lake have been an important element of the city of Fairfield for over 100 years. Over time, a road was added around the lake with several spots to park and enjoy the view. In 1964, spring was in the air and people were beginning to visit the park. Otis Armstrong and his friends pulled into a spot overlooking the Leo French Lake. They enjoyed the mild spring weather and watching the graceful white swans glide across the water. When Otis decided to leave, he stepped on the clutch and turned the key, and while maneuvering the gear shift into reverse, the gear failed to engage. The car began to roll toward the lake. The driver and the passengers quickly exited the large white car, and the car stopped just past the edge of the lake and became only partly submerged. A wrecker was needed to pull the car out of Leo French Lake. No doubt the swans were a bit distressed at all the commotion. These days, there are now guardrails at the various parking spots around the park, and most cars have an automatic transmission. The white swans are gone, but several varieties of geese and ducks call Leo French home. Is local history a bit of a mystery? I'm Dave Land. Today I'll tell you a story about Leo French Park. The Fairfield City Park and the lake have been an important element of the city of Fairfield for over 100 years. Over time, a road was added around the lake with several spots to park and enjoy the view. In 1964, spring was in the air and people were beginning to visit the park. Otis Armstrong and his friends pulled into a spot overlooking the Leo French Lake. They enjoyed the mild spring weather and watching the graceful white swans glide across the water. When Otis decided to leave, he stepped on the clutch and turned the key, and while maneuvering the gear shift into reverse, the gear failed to engage. The car began to roll toward the lake. The driver and the passengers quickly exited the large white car, and the car stopped just past the edge.
And welcome back. Time now for sports on Wayne County Now. I'm Dustin Fuller with that check of sports for you. We'll start with the local sports scene. Let's just say the Fairfield Mules baseball team downed Carmi White County. That final score was 10-2 last night. You could have watched that game. You can watch the replay of that game, by the way, on Mule Nation, on the Mule Nation YouTube channel. The Mules jumped out to a lead in the first on a Crescent White double. Mules added another run in the second on a fly out to center that was off of the bat of Talon Hicksonbaugh that led to a double play for Carmi White County defensively. Carmi White County then scored two in the top of the third before Fairfield put a 5-spot up in the fourth to take the lead for good. A run scored in the inning in the fourth on an error, a ground out, a Landon Harrelson RBI single, a Logan Tullis RBI double, and a Crescent White RBI double. Mules added three more in the sixth on an RBI single from Harrelson and an error that scored a pair of runs during a bat from Crescent White. Ian Puckett pitched 6 innings in the game, getting the win for the Mules. Fairfield baseball now 10-9 on the season. Lady Mules softball fell to Carmi White County 10-0 at 7 innings at home. On Tuesday, Lady Mules were held to just 2 hits in the entire game. Reagan Wells started on the mound for the Lady Mules, going half of the game, leaving the game at 4-0. Carmi would tack on another run in the sixth with Allie Rice on the mound, and then would add 5 more in the top of the seventh, making it 10-0 for the Lady Bulldogs. Riley Isaac and Olivia Smith were the only Lady Mules to find the hit column on Tuesday. Loss drops Lady Mules on the season. Sisney Baseball picked up a 7-2 win over Weber at Blueford. The game was originally to be played at Sisney, but due to field conditions, game was moved to Weber. Sisney jumped down to a 1-0 lead in the first on a Zach Dagg RBI single. The Runnin' Lions would add 2 more in the inning on a steal of home and a 3-base error that scored a run from first. Weber scored a run at the top of the second to make it 3-1 before Sisney earned that run back at the bottom of the second on a Howard RBI single. Sisney scored 3 in the bottom of the fifth on a pair of errors and a Benjamin Spitzner RBI single. Weber added an additional run in the top of the seventh. With the win, Sisney now is 8-7 on the season. They continue MTC tournament play tonight at home with Woodlawn. Woodlawn knocked off Wayne City in MTC tournament play baseball-wise by a final of 3-1. Wayne City jumped out to an early 1-0 lead on a Dawson Wood sacrifice fly to center. That lead would hold until the bottom of the fourth when Woodlawn tied the game. Cardinals pushed across a pair of runs in the bottom of the sixth to take the lead for good. Wayne City did get the tying run to the plate, but a ground out, and a strikeout ended the ball game. The Indians now 1-11 on the baseball season. They will play Sisney. Woodlawn will play Sisney this afternoon in MTC tournament play at Sisney. Frontier Lady Bobcats softball in both a GRAC and IECC battle. Fell twice to Lincoln Trail at Robinson City Park on Tuesday. Final scores were 3-2 and 16-12. In Game 1, Frontier jumped out to a 1-0 lead on an A.J. Hollowell homer to right. Lady Bobcats extended their lead to 2-0 in the 5th on a Kinley Sparks homer to right. Lincoln Trail would score single runs in the 5th, 6th, and 7th to walk it off. In Game 2, the game was tied at 12 in the 6th when a grand slam broke the game wide open for the Lady Statesmen. Lady Statesmen started out with a 5-0 lead after 2 innings of play before the Bobcats scored 3 in the 5th and 5 in the 4th to take an 8-5 lead. Lincoln Trail would tie the game in the bottom 4th with 3 runs. Frontier added 3 in the top of the 5th, only to see Lincoln Trail counter back. Bottom of the 6th, or the top of the 6th, Bobcats added another run before Lincoln Trail put a 5 spot up on the board in the 6th. The losses dropped Frontier to 23-25 on the season. They're back in action against Kaskaskia later today. Taking a look at Major League Baseball action on Tuesday. Baltimore over the New York Yankees 4-2. Miami over Colorado 7-6. Kansas City over Toronto 4-1. New York Mets defeat the Chicago Cubs 4-2. Boston shuts out San Francisco 4-0. Minnesota over the Chicago White Sox 6-5. It was Milwaukee over Tampa Bay 8-2. Texas a 7-1 winner over Washington. Houston defeats Cleveland 10-9. Philadelphia over the LA Angels 7-5. The Arizona Diamondbacks defeat the LA Dodgers 4-3. Oakland over Pittsburgh 5-2. It was San Diego over Cincinnati 6-4. Seattle over Atlanta 3-2. And the Cardinals and Detroit Tigers split a twin bill. Cardinals won the first game 2-1 while falling in the second game to Detroit 11-6. Cardinals now 14-16 on the season. In the NBA playoffs, the Philadelphia 76ers picked up a 112-106 win over the New York Knicks. The Knicks lead that series 3-2. Cleveland a 104-103 win over Orlando as Cleveland leads that series 3-2. Indiana retains a 3-2 lead in their best of 7 with Milwaukee, but Milwaukee beat the Pacers last night 115-92 in Milwaukee. In the NHL, Stanley Cup playoff action, Toronto over Boston 2-1. Boston leads that series 3-2. It was Carolina over the New York Islanders 6-3 as Carolina takes that series 4-1. Colorado over Winnipeg 6-3 as Colorado takes that series 6-3, and Nashville defeats Vancouver 2-1. Vancouver a 2-1 or a 3-2 series lead make that in that Stanley Cup playoff series. And that has been a look at sports. When we get back, we will check those menus for lunch, see what's cooking up around the area. This is Wayne County Now.
Whatever your project might be, Gibbs Excavating and Land Management, LLC, has the right tool and the expertise to get the job done right. The crew at Gibbs Excavating and Land Management can handle any job from stump grinding or forestry mulching, driveway repair, concrete demo and rock work to dirt and auger work, trenching, and even garden tilling. Call 618-516-1462 or email Austin at austingibbs70@yahoo.com to schedule your free estimate today.
And welcome back. Time now for a look at menus. Starting off with the Senior Center in Fairfield today. At the Wayne County Senior Center, it's Cake and Ice Cream Day. So make sure you go out and celebrate those. Celebrating a birthday this month. Today's lunch, pork chops, baked potato, cauliflower with cheese sauce, fruit, and cake and ice cream. That's at the Wayne County Senior Center. Also, 8:30 this morning, pool tournament going on at the Senior Center. The hospital, your daily specialty breakfast item today is a sausage biscuit for $1.50. Your lunch options are a Reuben sandwich or a soft shell beef taco. Side options are onion straws, cowboy caviar, stewed tomatoes, or Spanish rice. Chicken noodle soup, your soup of the day. Turkey and cheese sandwich, your sandwich of the day. Peach pie is your dessert at lunch. Dinner this evening, Cook's Choice or lasagna roll-up, one of the two. your entree options. Marinated cucumbers, breadstick, or zucchini, your sides. And dessert is pineapple. At Jasper Grade School, breakfast today, biscuits and gravy or cereal and toast served with fruit and juice. For lunch at Jasper, it is tater tot casserole, green beans, pears, and a dinner roll. That is at Jasper Grade School. Taking a look now at the menu at the Wayne City schools today. Your menu at Wayne City is pancakes, fruit, and juice for breakfast. For lunch, your option, chicken tenders or a cracker snack pack served with buttercorn, fruit, and cookie. Over at Fairfield Community High School, the menu at FCHS today. For breakfast is biscuits and gravy with fruit juice and milk. And for lunch, corn dogs, chips, vegetables and dip, fruit and milk. With it being a new month, the menus for Fairfield Public Schools have not been released yet. And we have reached out to Sisney and the outlying schools in northern Wayne about their menus. They have not been sent in yet for the month of May. But once we get those menus, we will bring those to you each and every morning. This has been the Wayne County Now News Podcast for May the 1st. Hard to believe we're turning the calendar to the 5th month of 2024 already. Where's time gone? That's a real question. Until later this evening, I'm Dustin Fuller saying thank you for joining us on the Wayne County Now News Podcast.